Hello, this is Michael Wolfe from WatchReport.com, and today I would like to present a pretty cool sport style watch from Detamaso Watches. In the past, most of my reviews with Detamaso, I've tested dive and dive style watches, but this particular model, which is the Forza, is definite proof that Detamaso produces more than just dive watches and dive style watches, with some quality specifications as well. So I wanted to start off by showing what this watch looks like on a 7 3/4 inch wrist. It is an oversized watch, a lot of wrist presence. So let's get this off the wrist and talk a little bit about the watch. Okay, so what we have is a 50mm case. So it is, like I said, an oversized watch. The Forza model comes in other colors and dial colors and case colors and so forth. But I like to refer to this one as the Stealth or Combat Edition. And the full retail price is around 500 USD, but it is sold through various online retailers, heavily discounted. Definitely do some research. Go check out Amazon. You'll find it for quite a bit less. Very reasonable for what you get. So 50mm, 57mm if you factor in this huge crown. And it is also 57mm from lug tip to lug tip. So massive as far as oversized is concerned. It weighs 150 grams, 151 grams. And since this is a leather strap, the majority of that, or the bulk of that weight is in the watch case itself. So the wearer is going to know they're wearing this watch, and anyone that's around the wearer is going to be very aware that you're wearing this particular watch model. Now, the crown is a push-pull crown, but I like to say that this resembles somewhat of a canteen style crown. But obviously the canteen style crowns will unscrew all the way off and reveal the crown underneath, whereas this is just a push-pull crown that is oversized. So, but it does resemble that somewhat. It has the dual gear-shaped rings surrounding it, so it's very easy to grasp, rotate, and when it's extended into the setting positions, it is very firm. There's no play, no wiggle. And then we have a crown, a pusher, I should say, at the 2 o'clock position, and this works the month of the year complication on the watch. The only thing that I'm not a real big fan of on this particular watch model, and I'll say this with pretty much all Detamaso watches, I'm not a fan of over-branding, so I'm not a huge fan of the brand name being engraved on the side of the case. I think with the branding and the crest and so forth, and maybe a crest or some kind of logo on the crown face, that would be sufficient. So let's move on to the bezel, and this is probably one of the more unique features about the watch. Are these riders that are machined as part of the fixed bezel. And they are, I don't know if I can get it to show up there or not, maybe right there you can see it. They actually extend over the edge of the crystal. So what they're going to do, besides just being kind of a novel kind of appearance, is they will add some protection to dings and scratches for the crystal, because those are going to get hit well before the crystal would be. Massive case, so we've got a massive crystal. This is a sapphire coated mineral crystal. So it's going to be more impact resistant, but less scratch resistant, especially once the coating would potentially be marked up. But hopefully that won't happen. Beneath the 41 millimeter crystal is just a fantastic stealth dial. At first I had a really hard time distinguishing what the complications were until I got it underneath a bright light. Obviously I was pretty confident that the complication at the 12 is the power reserve indicator, which it is. The month of the year is at the 3. There's a 24-hour indicator at the 6, and then this is a day of the week complication at the 9. There's no numerical date on this dial face. Probably would have been counterproductive to the stealth combat styling of the watch if it did have a date window. So it's probably best that the numerical date was left off altogether. Very clean dial. Love the gray, kind of almost like a high gloss enamel handset. It looks really nice up against the black dial and serves the combat style well. Caseback is pretty typical of what you see with most casebacks. It's just a screw down caseback, specification information, company crest and name and brand, so forth, of the model. So pretty standard caseback. One of the things while I've got the watch turned over that I wanted to point out to everyone, and this is probably my biggest concern on the watch model, are these screws on this end cap for the strap. The strap is not actually connected by itself to the lugs of the watch. It's actually these screws hold the strap into this metal end cap. Now, I'm not going to disassemble this to check it out, but it's either doing one or two things. The screws go all the way through the strap, holes in the strap, through to the other side of this end cap to hold the strap in place, or these screws are butted up right against the underside of the strap. So my concern there would be is if it's not all the way through the strap to the other end and it's just butted up against this backside of the strap, is that eventually through time and wear the strap will give way and it'll slide out at some point. Very high quality strap though. It's very soft, very supple. It's 22 millimeters from the metal end cap at the lugs, which some more branding. I don't mind this so much because this is kind of a take off of if some of you are familiar with U-boat watches, they do something very similar to this, and it's kind of just a nice detail. But 22, and it's 22 all the way through. There's no taper to the strap. Lots of sizing holes. As you saw on my wrist earlier, it's going to fit well over an 8-inch wrist. And then you've got two keepers, one fixed, one floating, which is important. And then a really nice heavy-duty thumbnail buckle. And it is signed. I don't know if I can get the crest to show up, but that's one of the things that you'll see on a lot of Detamaso watches is this. There's a company crest that they use. It's on the buckle. It's at the 12 on the dial, and then one of the other places that you'll typically find it is right there on the counterbalance of the second hand. Nice little added detail. So there you have it. This is the Detamaso Forza. It's a really nice sport watch. Oh, I almost forgot. Comes with an automatic movement, and it is a very high quality Miyota 9100 series automatic movement. So it's not something of a low standard. So it helps substantiate the discounted price that you'll find through the various online retailers and so forth. So it's a really very nice combat stealth style sport watch from Detamaso. I would like to thank Detamaso for working with Watch Report on this review, and would like to thank each one of you for watching. So definitely stay tuned for our next video presentation here on Watch Report. Thank you.